we're actually on the side of the road. This is a little bit different than the normal tutorials in the shop. What we got here, the problem is this dump truck. It's a Superduty Ford diesel. The fuel filter here on the top of the motor was pouring fuel out of the bottom here. Now this is your water separator, and I can feel underneath this thing had cracked in half, I guess from sitting in the cold and then trying to run it. It just cracked. So when this was running, the fuel was pouring out onto the manifold and was smoking. So what they got me out here doing is changing the fuel filter. Now on diesels, one thing you want to do is when you take this off, it's going to be filled with gas. And when you get that new fuel filter and we put it on, we want to make sure it's full with gas. Otherwise, you're going to run into all kinds of other issues trying to get it started, and that'd be a whole nother tutorial. But what we're going to do, where's my trusty old tools here? Here we go. We got an oil filter wrench here, and I'm probably going to need two hands to do this, but yeah, I got to get my other hand in here. We want to get this off of there. Let's see if we can get her loose. Actually, I saw it just move. There we go. All right, now you are going to drip some fuel out of here. Just try to hold it upright. Up, there we go. You want to take that out of there. And she's filled with gas. Now, you want to go ahead, and I already got a filter here that I pre-filled with gas when I brought it out here. You can see it's filled. I'm going to go ahead and screw that right on up in there. All right, we got her pretty tight on there now. Just always check your fittings on the bottom here, because you don't know if they came loose from the factory or not. Make sure they're tight. All right, make sure your drain spout here is tight. When you're putting these filters on, these have a really thick seal on the top of them. So when you're putting this filter up there and you're trying to screw it, you're gonna say, man, this isn't the right filter. But with these filters, maybe you can see it on this one here. All right, if you look at that seal is really high. All right, and these threads are recessed lower than this seal. So if you're sitting here screwing the filter on and saying, man, this doesn't fit, what you got to do is you actually got to apply upward pressure on this. Upward pressure and turn at the same time to get that thread to finally start threading up. All right, otherwise you're going to think that you seriously got the wrong one, and you'll be cursing and screaming. And all right, well, that's it. We're going to go ahead and fire it up, and obviously make sure that nothing is spitting out of there, and she'll be good to go. Like we're in good shape. Mission complete. Very simple. So the key thing to that tutorial, when you're changing that filter, make sure it's filled with gas when you put it back on. You'll have a whole bunch of other problems. See you next time. And don't forget, hit subscribe and hit like. Thanks, guys.